Remember those financial resolutions we told you to take at the beginning of the year?
Sort of, kind of. With June in full swing, we are now midway through the year, and it's time to see if your financial goals are matching up with your current lifestyle. Elijah Kovar is here with a 3-point checklist to make sure that we're all on track to hit our goals. Good morning, Elijah, and happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
So you say evaluate your savings account, and how often should people be looking at their savings account? Because sometimes people have savings account in a separate account where they don't always see when they're looking at their checking account.
Sure. Well, this kind of depends. People have different saving styles. Sometimes their checking account builds up, and every once in a while they just transfer a chunk over to savings. I see some clients who are just tremendous savers, and it wouldn't matter if it was in their checking or their savings. It would just keep accumulating. For most people, we need an automatic transfer every month to make sure that it gets paid like a bill.
So they don't have the taking it out. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and if it is on an automatic transfer, you know how much is going to be there in 6 months, 12 months, but checking in every few months, making sure that it's on track for where it's supposed to be at the end of the year.
If you haven't checked it since New Year's, you probably better get on that.
Yeah, and if you're behind, what adjustments do we need to make to get it right up in line with your goal?
Very important. You also recommend checking in on your investments, like your 401k?
Yep, 401ks, IRAs, non-IRA investments. It doesn't do us any good to check in on these every single day. I know some people are logging in as if logging in and checking their account on Schwab.com is going to change the stock market. Not the most important thing, but quarterly or every 6 months, making sure you're taking a good look at what is my performance, real returns, starting point, ending point, and is that in line with my goals?
But do you think some people even understand what they're looking at sometimes? Because there are a lot of different buttons to click when you're checking in at your retirement, depending on what you've invested in.
Sure.
If you do have a 401k or an IRA.
Here's my quick tip with that. Make sure you have a quarterly performance report. And if you have a financial advisor, ask them where you can view the quarterly performance report. This is the one that sums it all up, because those statements you get every month can be really confusing.
Well, we all know how to understand the balance, so if that's not where you want it to be, maybe that's your indicator. And lastly, you say review your retirement account contributions.
Yes, and this is the one, if you took my advice at the beginning of the year, you should be right on track to get the full employer match. And this is just the starting point. If your employer is giving you 3% or a 6% match, take full advantage of it.
Take the free money.
It's free money. It's free money. So you can contribute up to $24,000 per year if you're over 50, $18,000 if you're under the age of 50 to your 401k. And with your IRAs, of course, maxing out that Roth or traditional IRA outside of the plan, that's $5,500 a year, $6,500 if you're over the age of 50.
Well, Elijah, thanks for all the advice today. Thanks for coming in.
Yep, good to see you.
There's still a lot more ahead at 6.